You are looking live. What's up, Lemmings? Dirt Diesel. Shaking my head. Poor connection again. So, how well is this going to go? Well, where do I even begin? How can I keep this in a less than 5-minute platform? Let's say, alright. Got loaded in Texas. I'm LTL, so that's less than load, which means multiple stops. I like 7 stops. One of them for Wednesday says call, no appointment time, which means the customer will call and set it up. But I won't know until they do that or I ask. So anyway, that's Saturday I get loaded, so I ain't gonna find out till today, Monday. Anyway, so mosey on to Atlanta for stops. Last night, before I even got out of Atlanta, accident on I-20. So then I get to Atlanta, and guess what? Yes, accident, all lanes blocked, blah blah blah. I don't understand this. Poor, very poor connection. What do I gotta do? Anyway, so maybe you switch up services tomorrow. I don't know. What's the point? Anyway, so flopping back and forth from very poor connection to poor connection. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, seems like I can't live stream ever without a good connection, a normal connection. But anyway, now I'm getting sidetracked. So after 5 hours of like 5 different truck stops trying to find somewhere to park last night, I just decided, okay, I'll park wherever. And they asked me to move, then I move. Not at a truck stop. When I mean they, I mean in the police or security or whatever. So what went to hell in a handbasket today? Well, the scheduling. First was 11 o'clock. Well, I was there. On time. New facility, but empties parked all over the place, and everybody going in, I guess, at the same time. So with empties all over the place, I can't see. Oh, pull up behind those trucks. Well, okay, so you're thinking there's going to be space there. Nope. So anyway, that rigmarole. And I finally get in the office. When I come back, when they tell me a door right away. It's like, why couldn't the guard gate tell me that? Anyway, come back to my truck. I didn't even set the brakes. I'm lucky it didn't roll away. Then once I'm on the door, driver's like, hey, are those your shades inside? The one driver I was talking to before. I was going to walk in first. I'm like, hey, am I in your way? Like he started to move. Yeah, so I go in there. Open up my doors, go in the dock in between this. And I'm like, where's one of my load locks? Why is there not a load lock on my bulkhead to hold it up? Yeah, some craziness or whatever, something happened at the customer's dock, and I guess I left it there because I hadn't been anywhere else. Doors have been locked with padlocks, so I don't know what happened. I have 6 load locks, actually 7 in the trailer. Anyway, to the crap of the crap is first appointment 1100. An hour away is the next appointment at 1615. Well, the first place actually gets me unloaded pretty darn quick, like 45 minutes or something like that. But it's Atlanta. Traffic during the daytime. It's noon. So I'm like, I guess I'll mosey on over to the second appointment, even though I'm going to be like early and they're probably not going to take me early. I do that. I go around the corner on the interstate, or I guess I'm back on 285. Traffic in front of me. So I'm watching the traffic, then I look like to the left and it's like all stopped for like a couple of miles. Then I get on to I-85 and they got the signs like not enough to, like, there's 2 exit lanes, but everybody gets over like there's 1 exit lane. So like if you're really smart and know the area, you could just ride the center lane or the left lane and just mosey on up and sneak on over. Well, heck, I don't come down here often enough. I wasn't even supposed to be down here. Anyhow, yeah, so I get on I-85. Again, it's one of those, like, I gotta watch all these idiots. It's noon. Noon, mind you, noon on a Monday. Should be like nothing really happening. But I already saw one back up, and I don't know why. Oh, and then there was we had slowed down before because they're doing small, tiny construction zone. The construction was drilling a hole to put in an overhead sign, but there was a cop there, and it went from 4 to 3 lanes. Oh, we all gotta like slow down now and not act like how to merge and like keep going through at a decent pace. Anyway, it just blows my mind. So anyway, that was like this second slowdown. I get on I-85, and the third thing, and that's weird, I'm like watching the traffic in front of me, and then southbound, I'm going northbound on I-85, I see car parts exploding in the air. I'm like, what the, out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, what the heck is that? And I turn my head, I see this car that's accordion, it's in like the center right lane, and now all the traffic is stopped behind it, and the only thing I see is a flatbed trailer pulled by a day cab pulling over or something. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. But anyway, hopefully they had enough airbags. That's all I can say. Because it's just like car parts flying in the air. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even notice it. If somebody just like rear-ended, if it was just a rear-ending thing, at the point that I was passing it, I probably wouldn't even notice it. So anyway, so that was kind of, disturbing. So then I get over to off of I-85 to wherever I got to turn to, like a secondary, it's a Georgia highway, we'll put it that way. Like, what the heck why is this truck keep slowing down in front of me? What, they can't like pick a speed. Now why is all the traffic slowing down? There's a motorcycle cop on the shoulder, just basically sitting alongside the white line with his radar gun. It's 55. And all these, we'll say it, pussies, decide to go 40 miles per hour? Don't you just drop down to The speed limit? Wow. And there's not like a ton of trucks, so it ain't like trucks like, oh, car slowed down, now we got to get up to speed again. Like, really? What the heck is wrong with you, Atlanta? You are like the eastern version of California. What is wrong with you? Traffic all the time, accidents, slow down for nothing. I don't get it. The worst freaking city on the East Coast to drive in for a 53-footer. Granted, not many 53-footers are going into New York City. A lot of that stuff is box truck or way shorter trailers. And not sleeper cabs, maybe day cabs. What the heck is wrong with you, Atlanta? So now I get over to the second place. I'm like thinking, I have one pallet to deliver to you with one item on it, one product code. Can you just take my one pallet so I can be on my merry way? No, I did not get any southern hospitality. Apparently, whatever the opposite of privileged is, that's me. When I go to California, that's how I get treated. The opposite of privileged. I get treated worse, less than a truck driver. Put it that way. And I don't know what's wrong with California and apparently Atlanta too. Nowhere else in the country is like this. But and I'm pretty plain Jane. I ain't sporting anything either way. I don't even really say that much. So, I'll wait. I'm not even going to tell you how long it took for them to take one pallet. Oh, of course they had lumper service. To take one pallet, unload it, count it, and receive it. I'll give you an idea. It took 15 minutes to get my lumper receipt. Not 15 minutes for me to get an authorization or express code or whatever you call it, express code. No. After giving that to him, it took me 15 minutes. Wait, where the heck else did this happen to me? Oh yeah, that's right, California. Yeah. Somehow I'm opposite of whatever you call opposite of privilege. That's how I'm treated. I sure as heck ain't privileged in Atlanta, and most definitely not privileged in California. They see me, they ain't gonna help me. They gonna screw me. They gonna play their little games, and that's what they did here. I even asked nicely when I pulled in, and the lady at the window wanted to give me attitude. I gotta have video of this stuff. I'm gonna need to start recording this stuff if I'm gonna continue this. But that's what this is about. So as I'm sitting on the door, oh, and it's one of those places they don't take your phone number. They don't give you a little pager thing. They say, come on in when your light is red. Your red light goes to green. Well, so then we sit there and wait. I gotta watch it go to red to know that it went to red. And then I sit there and watch it. So I can't even get like a nap in or anything like that. I can't even do anything except watch the goddamn mirror. I can't even get out of the driver's seat, basically. So technically, if you want to say it, I'm on duty the entire time. Technically, I should be logged in as on duty because I gotta babysit that light. The darn dock light. So, anyhow, normal circumstances, if your light turns Green, after being red, you get your bills, but they have lumpers. They wouldn't tell me an amount. They wouldn't call me with the amount. They wouldn't do anything, so I got to go back in there. And that's why it took it was probably actually more than 15 minutes just for them, after I gave them my Comdata check information or whatever, to produce a receipt. They disappeared with it. And they're in the same window as the receivers for the receiving office. Same way. I don't know, it's ass backwards. It's all ass backwards. So while I'm sitting for this, green light to turn red, so then it turns green again to go back in, I finally get an answer back to my one Wednesday stop that did not have an appointment time. Guess what? It's Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. So I have a 10 a.m. Wednesday, and then I have a Thursday p.m. to get empty. And I don't even know what to... I'm LTL, so it's 1, 2, or 3 pallets that are going to be sitting on my trailer that I'm going to be paying, running the reefer for. That, somehow they couldn't get that in on Wednesday? I'm not a full load of 22 to 30 or 20, 28 pallets, a mixed product or anything like that. Craziness. So I'm going to be in a state away from where I was born, babysitting 1, 2, or 3 pallets, whatever it is. I don't remember what it is. Screwed again. I should have took off this holiday. Whenever, for my customer, I should know better. If a holiday ever falls on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, which are normally our delivery days, empty out on Wednesday or empty out on Thursday to pick up inbounds on Friday to get reloaded on Saturday. I should have known better. I should have took off. Guess what? Christmas. No warehouse is going to be open on Christmas. It falls on a Tuesday. If I don't quit by now, actually, because of this crap, I said, you know what? Don't even load me next week. Don't even load me. I'm canceling it. Today is Monday. This is when we're supposed to tell them if we're going to get loaded on Saturday or not. He's like, you got me set up for a load? Yeah, on Saturday. I was like, I'm canceling it. Why? What I just said. But when is it enough? When is it enough that being lied to in this trucking industry? This industry has gone to crap compared to what it was 30 years ago. Crap. Drivers are underpaid. I own my own truck. I pay cash for my own truck. I should be balling. I shouldn't be having to put up with BS. There's not like a dispatcher. There's not like a driver manager. There's not like a safety manager. There's not this. There's not that. I'm about as direct as you can get. My customer has customers. But yeah, I have a 6:15. Do this math. 1615 was that appointment today. Now, almost yesterday. 4 hours away is my next appointment at 0500. How is that mathematically possible? But if I'm late because my customer has multiple customers, then I'm, say if it's Joe Schmo that has a 0500, he don't care what the other 6 stops are on my truck. He don't care about the other 6 customers. Well, why was my stuff late? Yeah, so I don't know. Might be the end of trucking, because it's like, no matter which way I try to skin this cat, there's always somebody lying. There's always somebody lying. Like, and what's just as bad as lying is people that don't do their job. Like, how do you have the whole week before to build a load, meaning my truck full of stops, and that's 2 weeks in a row that I had a stop that wasn't scheduled before I got loaded? How is that even possible? I don't know. It's just, when is enough? Because even like when I was at this shipper earlier and asked politely, can you please take my 1 pallet off early? Because I honestly drove around all last night trying to find somewhere to park. I haven't had that much rest. Can you take me early? And what's funny is their sign says at the window, check-in is 6:15, so I'm one of the first appointments. Oh, well, you gotta, now I'm doing an impression. Oh, well, you gotta wait until, I'm at the window like at 4:13. Well, you gotta come back to a window with that other piece of paper or whatever, the gate pass or whatever. Like, I thought it was a gate pass, not a check-in pass, if there's such a thing. Well, you gotta come back with that, and he comes on at 4:30, so he'll get to you then. I'm like, well, why does this sign up here say check-in time is 4:15, and now you're telling me it's, and I have a 4:15 appointment, and you didn't want to take me earlier when I asked you nicely to take my 1 pallet. No, we can't do that. I mean, you can even do it subject to count. You can just say, hey, sign subject to count. Like, you didn't even count it. We'll count it later. Whatever. And if it's messed up short, whatever, we'll figure it out later. That's for the people in the office to figure out, not me. Just get me on my way. But then my appointment isn't even an appointment. What's the purpose of appointments? And being that it took 15 minutes or more to get my receipt for the check that I handed them, that same pretty much ratio is how long it took me to get unloaded for 1 pallet that's 1 item, that's not a mixed pallet, that don't need it broken down or nothing. It's basically, I could have did it in 5 minutes if I was allowed to. And the lumber fee was $25. It cost me more. That 15 minutes there cost me more than $25 of waiting for that receipt. Not even including the unload time. So when is it enough? When is it enough? Time is always being robbed from me. Time is always being stolen from me. In the United States, you have 70 hours. Well, most people don't record everything exactly how it happens, like walking in to check in is on duty, walking out or going back in for your papers is on duty. So in reality, most drivers work 80 hours. I bet you I work at 100 hours with all this time that's being lost. And truck stops will do it too. I'll try to get fuel or something like that. Just other duties other than actually steering the wheel and shifting the gears There's tons of time. Like, oh, and when I go to leave that place, there's not room to close my doors. So I pull out. I'm like, well, I don't want to block anybody. So I pull over on the side. Well, they didn't put my bulkhead up, my load locks back in place, none of that stuff. Not the way not even close to how I left it. They just, that's like, I don't know, like going to a fast food restaurant and sitting down inside and not throwing away your garbage and just like leaving it there. Just leaving it on the table and not cleaning up after yourself. That's like, however you didn't sit down at a table that was nice and clean or empty, not even clean, just empty, nothing, no trash on it, and then you walk away with trash on it. Well, that's kind of like, okay, my trailer was already organized and you don't put it back how it was. Like things back in place where they were. After you take your pallets out, put everything back in place. Take a picture of it before. I don't know. It should be common sense. Common practice, we'll say. Not common sense. So I'm on the side, right? So I'm out trying to be out of everybody's way without driving off this old, long, big property all the way out to close up my doors because I reefer, so I got to keep this stuff frozen. And I need to put everything back in place, the bulkhead, the load locks, and then close up my doors. And then I realized my ELD died on me and I don't want it to trip. Well, because it's on a tablet, so that's what I mean, the battery died. And I'm messing with that, and I hear bang, bang, bang on my door. Why are you parked over here? We got complaints about trucks parked on the side of the road. Well, it's not a road, number one. Two, it's a long ass oval or rectangular or square drive around everything, and I'm only one truck that's trying to fix my truck and be out of everybody's way. The other guy's just sitting there, I don't know why. So it's only two trucks. It's not like there's a huge traffic jam or anything. We're on the side, we're not even on the pavement. I'm trying to explain to this. I'm like, lady, look. If they would have put things back in place on the dock, inside my truck, that's number one. Number two, if your docks were wide enough that I could just pull my truck up 4 feet to close my doors, then I'd still be kind of like on the dock. And I could close my doors and drive all the way, like a half mile, a mile, up to the gate and out onto the road. And it just so happened that my ELD died. So, like, if I move right now, it's going to really screw up things. So, can I just fix that? I already fixed the trailer because your employee didn't put it back the way it should, and your building is not made. It's made for roll-up door trailers, not barn door swing open trailer doors. So it's just like, when is enough enough? This isn't Smokey and the Bandit where it's all like glory. Too much crap, too many lies, too many people stealing time from me. Time can never replace. You might be able to replace money, you might be able to replace material things, but until somebody on this planet can actually create time and give it back to you, once you lose time, you lose time. So, anyway, probably talked too damn long. It's like 20 minutes. But, none too happy about being stuck in Maryland. From Wednesday 10 a.m. to Thursday 10 p.m. And because of that and some other reasons, I canceled my next load. And I will have 1 week to think if this is it and I'm done. And it's pretty sad. I own my own truck. C-15 was rebuilt like completely rebuilt by Caterpillar like 200,000 miles ago. So I mean, I pretty much powertrain wise have a brand new truck. You know, other than like your small little things. But yeah, so like, when is enough enough? You know, like jobs, or even jobs, business, whichever way you want to put it. Depending if you're a company driver or you're a owner operator. The relationships, it's like dating. You know, if you're dating someone and you're just not happy anymore, or you're tired of their crap, you're not gonna date them anymore. But I mean, I would think most of us are kind of, in general, looking to get married. It doesn't seem like there's any jobs to marry to any days. I mean, anymore nowadays. You're not gonna marry yourself to a job. It ain't like like 3 generations ago, where you get out of high school and you work somewhere for 40 years and retire. So, I don't know. Well, I guess that's it. So, as always, drivers, stop driving dirty.